In every company, people have different levels of control. There are people who are just there depending on the number of shares that you have acquired in that company. Then the law says that there are people who are substantial shareholders. They have substantial control. When it comes to the general meetings of that company, they have up to 5% voting rights at the general meeting. This is called a substantial shareholder. So when a person becomes aware that he is now holding that status in a public company, this is specifically for those who are operating public companies. So when you become aware that yes, you are now a substantial shareholder, you must take steps to notify the company in writing that, look, oh, this is who I am now. I'm a substantial shareholder in this company. The company will now be on notice, and write it down. Transmit the same information in details, every information. You're not leaving anything out. The company will now take steps to transmit the same particulars or information to the Corporate Affairs Commission, so that they too, they will be on notice, which means they too, they are aware that this is now a substantial shareholder in so XYZ company. Now, if the person so entitled to be a substantial shareholder in a company defaults, which means the person failed, maybe he forgot or just negligence on his part, any fine that is imposed on him, he's going to take responsibility for it. Okay, if it is also a company that defaulted in carrying out this step, both the company and all of its officers will be liable. Now, where the person also, maybe somebody else has now topped the charts, or the person has now ceased from being such a substantial shareholder in that company, the person will also take steps to notify the company in writing that, look, I'm no longer your substantial shareholder here. I don't call the shots anymore. You know, the person also has to notify the company. Then the company will transmit the same details to the commission, who will also take note. But whatever happens is that, bearing in mind that every company has a register of its members, the company must put this information against the name of such a member in the register of members. Very, very important. You know, these documents are open to investigation, open to inspection, and all that. And when we are talking about liability, it's always when there is a right. Somebody is expected to do something, or somebody has agreed to do something, somebody has agreed to provide something, but failed